And I went in there and I said, hey man, I said, they fucking redshirted me. I said, my coach said my arm strength needs to be stronger. He told me my vertical jump's not high enough. I said, can you give me some advice, man? I said, some quick advice. I said, I got 3 months. I'm gonna train as hard as I can. I want to come back to that coach and show him that I've improved. And he says, I could suggest a few things that would be illegal, but if you're willing to take that risk. I said, fuck yeah, I'm willing to take that risk. I said, what are they? He says, we're gonna have to get you on some performance enhancing drugs, some steroids. I said, well, where do I get them? He says, well, do you have money? I said, not really. He said, well, if you don't have money, the best bet is for you to drive down to Tijuana and go to the Pharmacia. I said, fuck, the Pharmacia, huh? I've never been to Tijuana. I've never, crossed that border, and you want me to go to Pharmacia? He started listing all these performance enhancing drugs, growth hormone, Winstrol, Anavar, Deca, testosterone, cypionate, stuff I've never heard, but I'm writing them all down. And I said, all right, I guess I'm going to Tijuana. So I remember calling a friend from Redondo Beach. I said, hey, Spanx, you want to go down to Tijuana with me? He was Mexican, so I figured I might as well bring a Mexican with me so we can speak a little Spanish down there. And he says, yeah, why not? Let's go. So I got in this car. I had my grandfather's Toyota Camry he gave to me when he passed. It was 1989. And I got in that car and I drove down to the Tijuana border. And I remember getting there, and I go to this Pharmacia that the bodybuilder told me about.